I tried dating this winter, but I don't think I can fall in love with anyone. My heart is still with the road, being on the road. I would just probably tell my heart to open up, but it has a mind of its own. This is an important moment. I can tell. Oh, shit. Holy crap. I was so tired of where I was at. I don't think I realized how much this big change in my life, moving into a van and all, had allowed me to become more of who I need to be. So being in conventional housing and taking a break has been kind of an education on everything I've accomplished in the last couple years.
Turn to the left. Out to the left. Quietly. First door. 558431 check mark. 558431 check mark. 558431 check mark. Oh, that was happening.
Things open.
558431 check mark.
Living with my sister in a house has been definitely recharging me, and I need that, but also in the background, I know I'm not really at home, so it's like I always have this itch I can't scratch. There's been some disunity in my family life for a long time, but over the winter there's been some fresh disharmony. It was hard at first to look at older versions of myself. That's what it made me do. It made me look at past models of Sarah. But as the weeks passed, 1 week and another week and a week after that, I eventually found some strength. And that is to say, I can't slow down for anyone. I have to just keep moving. Also, during the dark winter months, I spent some time grieving old loose ends that were just floating around my head unnoticed. I think because I wasn't moving from thing to thing or focusing on anything in particular, I had time to work on these things that were just kind of unaccounted for. Seattle itself has a dualism about it that makes it feel hard to breathe. It almost feels like it's a place to look at things that aren't quite right in my own life. In the summer, it's completely charming. Everyone seems melted, the sun's out. I can feel mercy flowing in the streets. In the wintertime, it just doesn't feel like that. That's just my perception. I know other people really love it here. I have found a lot of comfort in routine and people watching. I love capturing individuals and light and darkness. I was tempted also to go back to normal, to have an apartment, a 9-to-5, a dating app, a cat. And when I first moved into the van, and I felt scared, which was a lot when I was first getting ready to move in it, I remember telling myself, you can always go back to the 9-to-5. There will always be a cubicle waiting for you somewhere. And that was really comforting. It was like, it made it so that failure didn't really matter. I could always just jump right back into the matrix, no problem. I considered doing music festivals this summer, but by the time I thought of it, it was kind of late to apply. Maybe next year. All winter, I just kept saving money. I don't need a lot of stuff, so it was easy to save. I would journal every day and just swim in possibilities, trying to narrow it down. I also started researching copywriting my music, what that means, how it works. And in my opinion, it is about as frustrating as taxes. Luggage. Eventually, very slowly, a vision started to take shape, something that I could really see. I had new data, new information, and there was some irony in what I discovered because I had planned to go big, to show, to reveal as a songwriter, as a musician. But I asked myself, what if I went small? And I felt so relieved at the thought of going small. What if I went quiet? What if I just disappeared and created a big body of work in this quietness instead of this big announcement, which is what everyone tells me to do as an artist. To go big, keep knocking down doors, don't let people forget about you, you know? But I was like, I just want to get quiet and create a bunch. I want us to let the work happen at least. Knocking down doors and trying to make people remember you or your song, for me, feels distracting. I can't do both. Maybe I can, but right now maybe it's okay for me to just not follow the rules. My sister, Holly, called me a tree hugger last week, and I have mixed feelings about it. But I do love trees, and I do love a free spirit, and I do like to make my own rules. Sometimes it just takes me a minute. Cheers.
Personal belongings unattended during this crossing. Upon arrival at our final destination, all passengers must disembark the vessel. In the event of a shipboard emergency, signals will be sounded from the ship's general alarm, followed by the same signals on the ship's whistle. If this should occur, you may be asked to proceed to one of the passenger assembly stations, which are located at both ends of the main passenger cabin. Please follow all instructions given by the crew. Life jackets may be